This is an agency designed to keep you alive. Here is how RFK Jr. is killing it. This week, 43 current and former CDC employees went on record with the New York Times Magazine saying that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is replacing science with ideology, and it's making every single American way more vulnerable. And of course, we got to start with the man himself, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. In 2005, it all changed. He started spreading the myth that vaccines spread autism. And if you think the vaccine causing autism thing is crazy, it gets worse. This guy has a brain worm, a literal parasitic worm in his brain that ate part of it. He claimed COVID was a bioweapon created to spare Ashkenazi Jews and Chinese people. He denies HIV causes AIDS. He suggested black people should get fewer vaccines than white people because their immune systems are naturally stronger. But get this, would you believe that he vaccinated all 6 of his kids? I mean, even his sister, Carolyn Kennedy, publicly called him a predator, a hypocrite, that he preys on the desperation of parents with sick kids. How sick is that? He came from one of the most well-known liberal families. He spent 20 years spreading anti-vax misinformation, and in 2024, Donald Trump needed that coalition. So they made an agreement. I will endorse you and you will get a cabinet seat. And guess what? Within days, he pulled $11 billion away from vaccination grants at the CDC. He fired all 17 members of the Vaccine Advisory Committee, and then he replaced them all with anti-vaxxers and vaccine skeptics. That is replacing science with ideology, just like Pete Hegseth does with the military, just like Kristi Noem has done with the DHS, just like Donald Trump has done with his entire administration. Then RFK Jr. fired the CDC director that he himself chosen because she refused to give blanket approval to future vaccine changes without seeing the science. Even under pressure, I could not replace evidence with ideology. And one of the best documented examples of his impact on the health of the United States is with measles. One person with measles can infect 18 people. That is 6 times more contagious than COVID. 1 in 3 children per 1,000 will die from measles. 1 in 5 children who get it will have to be hospitalized. And measles can permanently destroy a child's immune memory. Last year, 2 unvaccinated children in Texas died of measles. The victims of this, the Mennonite parents, were asked if that should scare parents and have them rush to go get their kids vaccinated. Those Mennonite parents said it was God's will. And that answer only exists because of the 20 years of propaganda that RFK had been sharing. And the result of this is, as of March 2026, in just 3 months, almost 1,500 people in the United States have measles. 94% of that are unvaccinated people. And the scariest part about that fact is not the 94% of unvaccinated people having measles, it's the 6% of vaccinated people that did have measles. Imagine doing everything the right way and you get sick because of some idiot in the HHS. And look, I get it. Some people have some real questions about vaccines. Let's start with the 1998 medical paper that linked autism and vaccines. Well, that doctor lost his license. It's been studied in over 660,000 children across multiple countries. And guess what they found? There ain't no link. The MMR vaccine is 97% effective to the hundreds of millions of Americans that have taken these vaccines since 1963. It is way higher odds that you get sick without having a vaccine. Your pediatrician isn't hiding anything from you. They aren't getting anything up on you. You know who is? The guy selling anti-vax t-shirts. But here's a silver lining. 3 days ago, a federal judge agreed with her, ruling that Kennedy's committee had disregarded the scientific method and ordered all vaccine changes reversed. Look, the MAHA movement, it isn't wrong on its premise. Questioning how corporations have captured our food systems, how ultra-processed foods affect us, these are good criticisms. But you can hold all of that and still realize that a judge reversing your vaccine policy because it's not based in science, it's not a good thing. It's the signs of a health department that's broken. And when the reason is that the scientific method is just a part of this liberal deep state that runs the world, it might have been broken on purpose.